Hello, today is 7/19 of 25, and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. It is currently 9 a.m. and I am ready for some food. I'm actually pretty hungry and really deficient in electrolytes. Like I can definitely feel it. I've got a headache, I've got cramping. I need to get some electrolytes in. So I'm going to do that with a packet of salty electrolytes. This is Coco Loco flavor. I have added it to my coffee. So my coffee has 2 shots of espresso and 1 cup of silk unsweetened coconut milk. I will normally add some whey protein powder to my coffee, but I'm going to have my seed breakfast this morning, which has protein powder in it, and I don't need that much protein. I'm gonna potentially get plenty today, so I'm not gonna add it in and just have more protein coming from like whey protein powder, which is a fine protein. I just want more of it to come from my food. Okay, so I did try something different with my seed breakfast. I made it with almond milk, which the last time I made it with almond milk, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I made it with almond milk. I used 3/4 of a cup, and then I used hemp seed, flaxseed, whole flaxseed, coconut flakes, unsweetened coconut flakes, and this protein powder. So normally I use Keto Chow chocolate toffee protein powder, but I don't have any. And I ordered this during Amazon Prime days because it was like 40% off, and I thought, oh, I want to try that. So that's what I made it with. Now, when I like you can see it's pretty thin. Um, it was even thinner than that. I actually will normally add collagen peptides to my coffee also, but I hadn't yet. And I made my seed breakfast. So I added the collagen to my seed breakfast to try and help thicken it up a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a try, this kind of soupy oatmeal. It's okay. It does have a salty caramel kind of taste, but it's a little overpowered by the chocolate. But I'm really picky about my chocolate. So, um, yeah, I'm not sure that that's something I would like. I wouldn't make it again with this. It might be good in coffee though. I might try that sometime and just see. Uh, but as my seed breakfast, it's not my favorite. I'll be able to eat it, but it's not my favorite. So, in regards to this protein powder, in 2 scoops, there is 160 calories with 2.5 fat, 230 sodium, carbs of 4 with less than 1 gram of fiber. So you're talking 4 net carbs. 2 total sugars with 1 added sugar, and then protein of 30 grams. Now, when you look at the list of ingredients, it has whey protein isolate, which is the same thing as this. And then the second ingredient is whey protein concentrate, which is a lower quality protein, and you're not going to absorb it as well. Like it's just going to go through your system more. So, technically, I'm not actually going to get this full 30 grams of protein. It's okay. I get plenty of protein throughout the day. It's going to be just fine, but just kind of something like to be aware of, like if I did really need it as like a protein source to make sure I'm getting to where I need to be, I would not use the concentrate. I would just be using the isolate. Again, it's fine to use every once in a while. I'll be able to hit my protein goals, not a problem. Okay, so the other ingredients are cocoa powder, sugar, natural and artificial flavors, soluble corn fiber, some flour lectin, asulfame, which is probably not how you say it, but I'm not sure how to say it. It's ACESULFAME, potassium. So it's potassium, and then sucralose, xanthan gum, and salt. So not terrible ingredients. I know if you're like super clean, it's not super clean, and probably nothing with flavors is going to be super clean. But it's not bad. All right, so this is what I'm going to have for my breakfast. I'll be back with my lunch. It is just after 12, and I am ready to make my second meal of the day, and then I'm going to go to the gym. Um, but I'm actually pretty hungry, so I'm going to have a meat stick before I do that. So normally I eat chef's cut beef sticks. They're fantastic. I like them a lot, but I also like to try new products. So I found these Bettergoods double smoked beef sticks. I'm going to give them a try. So they have in a stick 90 calories, 6 grams of fat, 350 sodium, 2 carbs with 1 sugar, which is an added sugar, and then 8 grams of protein. So the ingredients are Angus beef, water, sugar, sea salt, encapsulated citric acid, cultured celery powder, smoked garlic powder, paprika, black pepper, cherry powder, coriander, ground red pepper, smoked onion powder, and then beef collagen casing. And this is one of those that is difficult to open. Okay, so I do keep my meat sticks in the refrigerator. I like my meat cold. You can see that it's got quite a bit of like oil or grease in there, which I just know I'm not gonna like. Like that's gonna kind of be a turnoff for me. I'm gonna clean this off. Okay, let's try it. It's definitely not as high a quality of beef or meat as I get in my chef's cut. The flavor really isn't bad. It's actually pretty good, but the texture is just like you can tell it's not as high quality of a meat product. So they're fine. I will eat them. I can almost even recommend them. I think the thing that bothers me the most is this like layer of oil or grease on them. I don't really care for that as much, but they're pretty good. So I am going to make myself salmon cakes for lunch. It's a recipe that I kind of am taking from someone else, but I'm adjusting it to kind of make it my own. Okay, I will link to the recipe that I'm kind of basing this also off of in the description below. Um, I am using some chopped up green onion. The original recipe calls for pico de gallo. So I've got 1 egg that I have beaten together, and I'm going to add in my 5 ounces of canned salmon that is drained, which it actually came from a pouch, so I didn't actually have much to drain from it. And then I'm going to add in 2 ounces of pork rinds. So I'm using Epic brand baked pork rinds. These are my favorite. And I'm also going to add in a 1/2 cup of shredded Parmesan. So the original recipe just says shredded cheese. I've decided that I feel like Parmesan is going to taste the best, so that's what I'm going to use. And then the other thing that I want to add to this, which is not part of the original recipe, is some Old Bay seasoning. I think I'm going to add like a 1/2 teaspoon. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. I actually don't use Old Bay seasoning very often. I never have really used it very much. This doesn't, I feel like it's not going to be very much like I don't think I'll be able to get it to form cakes and hold it together. Okay, and then I also am going to add my 1 green onion. Yeah, I feel like I might need to add a second egg. I will try it. I will try making it into patties and go from there. So I've got some avocado oil in a skillet over here. I'll get that started to warm up, and I will fry these patties in it. But let's see if I can even make a patty. I should be able to make 3 according to the recipe. Actually, yeah, they are kind of coming together. So, yep, I will get these fried up. My cakes are done and they mostly held together for me. I am going to use a squeeze of lemon over the top. All right, let's give these a try. I do like that. I feel like it needs a little bit of salt, so I'm going to get some salt on there. Um, but there's actually like a depth of flavor there that I wasn't really expecting. I think it comes from the green onion. Hmm. Yeah, that's all helped. Yeah, that's a decent recipe. I'm glad that I tried it. It is 5 o'clock. I went to the gym today. It was a leg day. I did a weighted curtsy lunge, step ups to 24 inches. I was doing 20 inches, so I went up 4 inches. It was hard. Back bar squat, lying leg curls, abductor and adductor, and then 6 minutes of as many rounds as possible of walking lunges, barbell Romanian deadlifts, and monster band walks. Then I did a half an hour of zone 3 to zone 4 on the stair stepper and a half an hour of zone 2 on the treadmill. Then I came home and I had 2 chef's cut beef sticks because I just really felt like I needed to get some protein in right away. And I had a Body Armor Flash IV. I will actually have another one of those because I do feel pretty depleted. I've felt depleted from this morning in my electrolytes. I really want to get those bumped up. I have made dinner for my family. This is dinner. So I took 2.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast and sous vide it with onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper for seasoning. And then I just chopped it all up. I did this, I don't know, a couple days ago or something. But I chopped it all up. I chopped up some green cabbage. I sauteed the green cabbage for a little bit in some avocado oil. No, I used olive oil, in some olive oil with a little bit of salt and pepper. Then I added in my chicken, and then I added in some sugar-free G. Hughes teriyaki marinade to do the teriyaki flavor. So that's what we're going to have for dinner. Let's take a look at how my day turned out. Just kidding. Not quite ready to look at the end of my day. So after my lunch today, I just think those salmon cakes were just so full of fat, like with the pork rind in there, that like my mouth was just like coated in fat, and I don't like that feeling. So I ate 5 blackberries just to like freshen up my mouth a bit, and they were delicious. So I had that, and then after our dinner tonight, I have tried this. It's Quest brand. It is a crispy blueberry cobbler bar. So it has 6 grams of protein with 1 gram of sugar, 3 net carbs. The ingredients are protein blend, allulose soluble corn fiber, palm kernel oil, water, erythritol, sodium caseinate, let's see, butter, natural flavors, sea salt, cinnamon, palm oil, carrageenan, malic acid, vegetable juice concentrate, sucralose, and lecithin, which is sunflower and or soy lecithin. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, not super clean. I got a bunch of stuff because I just wanted to try some new things. So it's got 160 calories in a bar with 7 grams of fat, 135 sodium, 30 carbs with 10 fibers, and 4 erythritol. So that's, okay, here it is. So 10 fiber, 13 allulose, and 4 erythritol is how they get to the 3 net carbs. And then protein of 16. So this is what it looks like. I've already eaten a little bit, and actually my husband and my son tried it too. My husband said that it was salty, which I don't really get that. Uh, it tastes like, I'm actually surprised at like the crunch part is actually like really good. I was surprised. I felt like that would taste a bit more like that it wouldn't have the texture that it had that it does have. It's a lighter texture, and I like that. The blueberry flavor is like, at first it's not bad, and then like it gets pretty fake, is kind of how it tastes. But the bar itself is not bad. I was actually surprised at how much I actually like it. So, um, not something I would buy every day because I just don't do that anyway. But, like something that I might buy again if for whatever reason I just kind of want a treat that's like this. It's not bad. It's decent. All right, now let's take a look at how my day turned out. I ended up with 2,200 calories today. My protein is 234, my carbs are 29, and my fat is 107. So I'm in a caloric deficit of about 600 calories. I did do my cycle training today for an hour. Really just because I haven't done it for like 5 days and I can feel that I haven't done it for 5 days. So I need to kind of try and work on being able to do it like every 3 days, I think would be good. It just like it takes a whole hour of my time away from like my family and stuff. So it can be hard to kind of like fit it in, but I'm going to try. So the 600 calorie deficit that I'm in is not ideal. I really want to be like between 4 and 500 just to make sure that I'm not breaking down my body too much. But if I look at my trends and my nutrition report, so this shows what the averages over the last 7 days. So as you can see, my caloric deficit on average is about 500 calories. So that's okay. I don't have any issues with that. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow.